Today's video is all about having one raw image but two photographers. So we're going to do two different edits separate from each other with a 10-minute timer. It should be interesting to see how our styles differentiate. I mean, we've spent a lot of time growing and learning together, so it'll be interesting to see what the other person finds attractive in a photo.
We have asked Ethan and Kyla to submit a photo. They've given us a photo to edit. We haven't looked at it.
Haven't seen it at all.
We have no idea what it is. So now we get to edit them both on our own, and we're going to use the trusty iPad.
I'm going to use the iPad, which is going to be a challenge for me because I think I've only used Lightroom and Photoshop on this once. I'm not confident with the iPad, but I mean, that's part of the challenge, I guess. We're both in the same circumstances.
We figured we would look at the raw image together.
Yes.
And have a look at what Ethan and Kyla have for us.
I'm a little nervous. It's one of these. He gave us two. Uh-oh.
We get to choose. Right, so here's the first one. Ooh.
Oh, that's cute.
So it's Kyla in Warburton Forest.
Oh.
The Redwood Forest, cool.
Yeah, that's cute.
And the other one, oh, Chinatown.
Okay, they're both nice.
They're actually both pretty cool.
They're both good.
I was pretty keen on Chinatown.
I was kind of keen on Chinatown too. So we're just going to pick one, and we chose the Chinatown. The Chinatown raw image because it looks so fun. I mean, they're both good, but we're going to go with Chinatown.
Alrighty, it's just you and me. So I'm going to start by pulling up the exposure and just seeing what we've got. So I'm just going to pull up those shadows as well, pull up the highlights, have a look what we're playing with.
First, I'm going to crop it first. I'm going to straighten it because it doesn't quite look straight already. And I'm going to change the aspect ratio. Maybe I need to go wider. I don't know how this works. Oh my goodness. Let me start again.
Let's bust open some curves. Bring those shadows down, bring those highlights up. Pop that vibrancy. It might even be a bit much, I reckon. We'll bring that back a bit. Cool. Now, Kat absolutely hates me putting clarity into haze into stuff, but I kind of like it. So we're going to do that. See how this temperature goes. I'm pull down some of those blues.
I'm just going to play around with the shadows first. So the way that I like to edit is I like to first touch the shadows and the highlights before I touch the exposure. But I also don't want to push the shadows or the highlights too far. I'm first going to play around with the shadows and see how much I've got there. I think the highlights aren't looking too bad. I think I'll bring up the exposure just a smidge. Put the center point first and then make an S curve. Bring up the highlights. See how far that goes.
Next, I think I'm going to go into some color grading. A little bit of a teal in there, not too much, just a little bit. I think in my head when I was first looking at this photo, I had kind of an idea for it, and that's all has gone completely out of the window. I'm also going to go for a 2x3 crop, just because that's how I like to work.
For now, let's see what there is of the yellows. I really don't like green yellows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just warm them up just a little bit more. Oh my goodness, I have 3 minutes left.
I really want that contrast between the blue and the reds. So I think I'm going to go for that classic teal and red. Well, it's teal and orange, but a bit of a teal and red going on. And I think we're getting there. Oh, desaturating though.
I haven't really pushed it that far. You know what? I'm gonna add clarity. I know Harry will add clarity, but I'm gonna add clarity too. Let's really push that. I don't normally like adding clarity, but I'm just gonna do that a little bit and then let's see.
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing what Kat does with this because I know that she's not huge on the iPad use. So I'm keen to see how she goes with it.
What else can I do? I might even add in another... I'm done.
Alright, well, that's it. So we've come back and now we get to show each other how we edited, and maybe we can talk about it a bit. Shall I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Alright, this was mine.
Oh, nice.
So I really wanted to push into like the night feel of it. So I darkened everything around him, brought him up a bit, put a bit more like cyan in there, got the blues and the reds out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
I'm
No,
looking
I
at
see
it.
it. So you decided to go more desaturated than more vibrant?
Yeah, I started off not pulling the saturation down. I don't know if it looks better, but it looks good.
I mean, you didn't really have time to think about it.
It's true, it was just like, I was like, oh, that's time.
So I do like that got two tones happening. I don't think I thought about that. I was just more focused. I mean, I won't talk about mine too much, but yeah, that's definitely different. To be honest, it's not really what I expected. I think I expected you to go more vibrant. I definitely was expecting clarity, and I can tell that there's clarity.
That's funny because I said to the camera, to the people at home, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put clarity in because Kat hates putting clarity in.
Well, I don't like it with portraits. I think because this is the back of someone, it doesn't matter so much. Like all the textures are important. Whereas in a portrait, when you increase your clarity, you're also sharpening the skin texture. And for a lot of women, we don't want that. We want soft skin. So I don't really like playing around with clarity.
I play.
He loves his clarity.
Yeah.
All right, my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, all right. This is... I don't remember what it looks like.
What? You didn't even brighten him up.
I didn't want to push it too far because it was
That's
9
pretty cool.
times.
I like how the reds pop though. You made those reds pop a lot.
I added grain.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I love that you're like, I don't want to push it too far, but then you add grain.
I add
Which
grain,
is like the
but
only thing you're
it's
trying to
not-
avoid is the grain.
It's definitely like, I don't think I pushed it very far.
You could have pushed it much, but look at mine.
Yeah, they're very different from each other.
They are, aren't
I think mine could be a little bit, I wish the person was brighter because I don't actually know what features the iPad has for Lightroom, but on the PC there's been an update so that you can select around the subject and brighten them up. I reckon
That exists on here.
that's on here too.
Yeah.
See, I didn't have time.
I should have told her how.
I didn't have time to play around with anything. I mean,
No, it still looks good. I thought you would have brought the brightness up a little bit.
I
No,
went
that's cool.
dark.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Now mine feels really desaturated after looking at that your one.
Now mine feels like overly saturated. Like but like yours is 2 different tones, which is cool. I'd be really curious to see what yours looks like with the blue still there, but with saturated reds.
That was our, I guess, 2 photographers edit the same RAW episode. Let us know if you really liked it. If you liked it, maybe we'll do a couple more. I know we had a lot of fun doing it, and maybe next time we'll give ourselves a little bit more time. 10 minutes was pretty quick. So make sure to hit a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you want to see this again. Let us know. We'd love to do some more episodes if you guys actually are interested. And make sure you subscribe for more content. There's definitely more stuff coming and some new ideas coming this year. So stay tuned, stick around, and we'll see you next time.
You changed your crop, didn't you, as well?
Sure did.
Yes, I don't know. I was like, why is it...
I even talked about, I was like, so Ethan and Kyla have this weird crop, so we're going to get rid of that.